Hey everyone, and welcome to another live challenger commentary from a SkillCapped expert. This guide comes from our website, SkillCapped.com, where we have over 500 Smurf commentaries by the top players and coaches, teaching you exactly how to escape the rank that you're stuck in. There's 14 brand new commentaries added each week, and a site-exclusive feature where our challenger experts will answer any and all questions that you have. All of this and so much more can be unlocked at our website, SkillCapped.com, so click the link in the description below, head to SkillCapped.com, and get the rank you've always wanted.
Hello everyone and welcome to SkillCapped Smurf Commentaries. My name is Coach KaiBet, and in this game today we're going to be playing as Soraka in Platinum Elo. We've got a Jhin as well in our bot lane. We're playing against a Jinx and a Pyke. But one of the interesting things we're actually doing this game is we're actually going WARMOGS SORAKA. Now, the Jhin didn't change his heal even though I asked him to. So that's unfortunate. We do have double heal bot lane. So we're not going to have a combat summoner, whereas they do. So we do have to be sure that we don't use them at the same time. Otherwise, they will be reduced. Can I just get some support gold off this? Nice. I'm not even going to reset there, to be honest. I could have gone and spent that gold, but it's only 60. If I could have got another auto maybe, then I could have actually got pink ward, which could have been huge, but spending 75 gold this early on a pink ward, I don't really, it's not as appealing. Now, the thing with WARMOGS SORAKA is if you actually take the, you can't see it, but if you take the HP rune that gives you flat HP, then you can actually just build WARMOGS and a Kindle Gem and actually get the WARMOGS passive. So even though I do think it's better to go maybe Moonstone first, I think for the sake of the video and to make it a little bit interesting, what we're going to do is we're just going to see exactly how hard we can abuse it, and if we can just take it first item. And if we can, then great. So we just want to try and zone her away as much as possible. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to hit her. I did hit the back line though. Get behind the minions. There we go. Continuously hit her. So they don't actually have this warded. Now, one of the biggest things that you want to be doing is just being as annoying as possible. And especially sticking behind the minions. Because when you're playing into a Pyke lane, one of the worst things you can do is leave the minions. So here we just back out because the minions, you know, we're not going to be able to block or get behind ours in that situation. So I am going to heal. Unfortunately, Jhin did heal as well there, which was a shame because we both have heals, so we actually got less out of that heal. But we did get hooked by the Pyke. We kind of got a little bit too aggressive. He's in that brush, but so now we're actually in an okay position, to be honest, because if we can, shame we couldn't get that. There's one thing with Soraka's Q, it's very awkward to land, especially when you don't have any CC to follow up on. But when I do get my E, what I can do is I can put my E down, Jhin can land his W, and then I can actually land my Q almost guaranteed through that. So we're just waiting for this level 3. So this is fine. We can keep the wave back here. Fiddlesticks is coming. Okay. So they did get out. We couldn't really walk up. We've got a good wave here. We don't really need to force anything. Now, one of the things with this Soraka build is your laning phase is just a case of don't die. Like, if you can not die throughout laning, then you're perfectly fine, even though we've both taken the wrong summoners. Now, the reason I go heal on Soraka is because it's just all around better, because you get more heal and shield power as a support, so you actually get more out of your heal, which is really, really important. Okay, that's good. Okay. So we're just going to make sure he's healed up. We're not going to give him too much of our HP because, again, we have to spend our HP to give it to somebody else. And this is where WARMOGS SORAKA really comes in, but not quite yet. I need to wait a little bit. So we can almost afford a Kindle Gem, which will actually be a nice first item. Now, this build is all around healing, so you want to max your W first so that you just get the most healing possible. Trinum is taking a control ward there. Yasuo is actually... Okay. Okay, so we got ganked. But again, our job is to just not die. We'll soak this wave. And we can also maybe get a little bit of gold here too, which would be pretty nice actually. So he did get that, which is good. Okay, now they get the dragon. I mean, that was always going to happen. They managed to get a kill on us. Now, the pike is actually mid, so we can push. So we actually want to start pushing this. So taking control of the wave is actually really important when you're playing support. Just because right here, we want to get this pushed and kind of punish the pike for being mid. So we can maybe poke the Jinx out on the tower, get Jhin ACS lead. So we do want to just use everything to push. Okay, Yasuo popped off there. If I had a ward, I would like to put it here, but I don't. Now, Jhin has actually died and reset, but I haven't. But to be honest, I don't really need to. I do have 1300 gold, sure, but... Okay. Okay, so use this for the movement speed. I probably still die here, but... Okay, Fiddlesticks, I don't know why he actually ran that way, but I actually survived here. So I'm going to take this time to reset. I do have 2,000 gold. But like I previously said, what we're going to do, we're just going to rush the WARMOGS. We're just going to see how much we can actually abuse it. Like I said, I do think going maybe Moonstone first is better, but let's just see just how much we can kind of be, or just how oppressive we can be with this build. So right now we're 101. I feel like the Jhin does have a considerable gold lead, and that is partly due to the fact of how we've been playing some of the lane. So I'm going to get this WARMOGS first. I could also just get the Kindle Gem early as well, and that would work too, but I'm going to hold on to it for now. I could get double Kindle Gem. I could just rush WARMOGS. We'll see. Okay, so again, we're just going to make sure that we're poking out Jinx. Now, the good thing about Soraka is it's very, very fast for you to actually get your wards on her, which is really, really good. So we're just going to see if they've got any wards here. We're going to put a ward up there like that, just so if they do pink there here, then this ward will still actually survive. I'm coming. I've got heals. Okay. So again, we're just looking to try and claim any gold we can get, really. So Gwen is actually top, but the Pike's hook is down. So we can actually just kind of walk up and hit the Jinx a little bit. And punish that Pike a little bit for actually using his Q. He's just done it again, so we actually have the ability to just kind of go hyper aggressive on them. I'm just going to do this to try and conserve some HP. We could have kept going here, to be honest. I thought that's what we were going to do, otherwise I wouldn't have flashed. So that's kind of my bad. So they're not really in tune at all, and considering this is platinum, you'd think they would be ever so slightly, but... Okay. Okay, I deserve to lose there. I just tanked 4 pike hooks in a row. I need to position less towards this brush, and I need to just sit inside the wave. Just because otherwise it's way too easy for him to actually hit those abilities. So he's still in this brush. Or he's still in this area, should I say. We're going to get a control ward here. So we do need to just kind of change how we are playing the lane, just because we're not playing it the greatest. And even though we do want to just look to survive in lane, getting this Warmogs as early as possible is really big. I don't know where my lead cursor keeps disappearing to, but we've got a nice little AGS one for the time being. Is it whenever I click on map? No, I don't know. Either way. So now the Victor is actually going to walk in here, so we can just go. Okay, I accidentally clicked on my spell bar. So let's just get this. And while they're doing this, I'm going to go and get some vision now. Okay. This is fine, we still get this. And that's fine, and then we actually get out. Okay, so nice. We're going to actually just put this control ward here, in case they actually... Yep, I thought so. We're just going to keep this guy nice and healed. Like this. And we can't really afford anything yet, but we're just going to come into lane. We did heal him lately, so if this Fiddlesticks gets something on it, okay, great. Managed to get my E field down. So they are missing mid. We can just reset on this wave. He wants to just keep pushing. I guess we can just push one more. Like this, okay. So he needs to leave now. It's way too risky for him to actually be here. So we're going to come back. We're going to get this and this. Again, we've got control ward in that brush, and we just want to get to our Warmogs as fast as we possibly can. Now the good thing about Warmogs as well is it doesn't actually stop unless you enter combat or get hit by the enemies, right? So if you haven't actually taken damage within 6 seconds, then you end up being able to just completely heal. So you'll see this a little bit later on in the video. Though what will actually happen is I'll just be able to use W on people permanently, and it'll just take it from my HP and it'll just almost regen straight away. So that's really, really good. Now, W does also kind of heal based on AP, but this item actually gives a very large amount of AP and allows us to... Okay, so he's... So... There we go. He really agreed to try and take out my control ward there. And that makes us very strong. Now, how much do we need? So we need 650 for Warmogs. And then we're going to really, really start seeing something. So I'm just going to group these together like this. Just hold these so I can queue them all at once. So yeah, so my W heal is based on AP, but this spell piece gives so much AP on its own. Okay. Okay. I could have actually tried to bait her there and tried to kill her, but I kind of messed it up. So we're going to max our Q second. It's just the better second. Your E doesn't really scale as great with levels, so we're just going to go Q second. We do have our Warmogs now. Now, unfortunately, we don't quite have enough. We almost have enough, actually. So as you can see, we're 1,071 bonus HP. So we're actually just going to wait on the 10 or 15 gold to get this item, just because that's going to give us more HP again. So now, as you can see, we're above the 1100 mark with just a Warmogs and a Kindle Gem. Now this Kindle Gem we are going to turn into a Moonstone, or we could potentially go Shurelias this game. I think Moonstone's actually very good though. Or Shurelias can actually be really good for us to kite away this trend, but then we do want to heal as much as possible when it comes to helping out the Jinn. So now you're going to really see where this build really kicks off. Now, this is only platinum, so I've built it first item. This probably isn't going to work in higher elos, but in lower elos for sure, you can also just do this method. And now all you do is you just walk around, you just make sure that you don't really get hit. Get some vision down, because we have been lacking on vision just a little bit this game. We're going to get another ward in here too, like that. And then we're going to help these guys. We can actually just go here. So now, as you can see, we're just going to keep healing. Okay, so we actually messed up there. We didn't heal him at the very last second. But as you can see now, our Warmogs is going to kick in. And we're going to heal like crazy. Oh, okay, so now I missed that. That sucks. So we're going to come and help this Jinn out. We're just going to come and give him HP, because that's kind of what we do now. Now, this just makes Soraka even more oppressive, and it's due to the fact that your HP comes out of your HP instead of, anything else. So we're actually just going to heal this guy up. And there we go. And he just can't die. Obviously, we just took a little bit there, which wasn't too great. That also kind of popped that bone plating. But as you can see now, this Pyke is actually in a position where if you're playing Pyke here, what are you supposed to do? If they don't CC me, then that's kind of it. So again, we're going to heal him. And we're just going to heal back up to full as well. Jinn could do with a bit of a heal. Oh. So this Trinamirs run away. We're just going to keep throwing stuff out. Keep healing people up. Now, the only thing you do have to be careful of with this build is mana, especially early into the game, due to the fact that it is a very limited resource for you. Especially if you want to go this kind of cheesy iteration as well. Then. Okay, so we got one assist there. We're just going to stop him dying. Again, we're going to just heal up from Warmogs now. And now Fiddlesticks is just going to go back to 100% HP. And then so are we. As long as I don't get hit by anything. And there we go. And now I am also at full HP. So this Trinamir is actually pushing top, but I don't know why I keep using E. Okay, so now we're actually just going to reset and try and deal with this Trinamir. We're going to go with our boots now, because the haste is just amazing for us. So we'll go this, and then we will get this mana item just because it's very, very good. Like, that little bit of extra mana regen will help us so much with this build, due to the fact that we only really have our support item. Now again, the fact that this build works is because support item actually gives you enough mana regen that you can just play around that. So it's very, very oppressive, and I really don't see enough people running this, especially on Soraka, who is a very good champion in the fact that if the enemy team can do 50% of your HPs, but then you just heal them all back up, then it's in effect as if they haven't done any damage. Now it's just going to cost your mana and to heal pretty much everybody up, but now we're going to itemize into more mana kind of items anyway, like a Moonstone, or we could even go something like Moonstone and then just get something like a Frozen Heart, which could actually be very good here considering they have a Tryndamere and a Jinx. So this isn't necessarily tank Soraka. This is more so take whatever you really want on Soraka. You can take any items really. You can go AP and go towards that kind of AP, do more heals, but you know, like, that's not really your goal anyway. Or you can actually just go full on tank and build items that will benefit your team. So this game of Frozen Heart is looking very, very juicy after my Moonstone. And then, yeah, I'm going to heal this just so that I can get some assists because I am a greedy boy. It's a good job I actually healed though. Okay, so we saved both of them. And we saved him too. And again, we're just going to heal him up to full now. And we continue fighting. So this is, like I said, the reason why Soraka is so good anyway is because, you know, you have to do so much more damage to actually get through the what they're doing. Now, I'm actually going to take these because if I get the mana, that's going to actually result in more healing than if they even get the cone, because I can just keep doing this. I just want to make sure. Okay, so we did actually get the Baron. Okay, so we're just gonna run. It's not really worth us staying here. We can just reset now. I can get Bandle Glass Mirror, which is, again, actually it's the same amount of regen, but you know, it'll get me close to the Spinstone, which is where I really want to be. Now, another thing as well is, besides the Victor, like, they're not dishing out that much magic damage yet. Now, the Gwen is going to get very, very strong soon, especially because we are 3 champions that kind of want to come into her zone of kind of interaction. So, I did want to take that, to be honest. Okay, so I can come. I actually have ult too. So I am kind of using my ult there just for, you know, the assist, but I'll take it. One thing I do actually want to pick up this game is Dark Seal. It might be a little bit too late now though, honestly. But so I was hoping I can maybe land that before he managed to get his ultimate off, but I didn't. Again, we're just going to look to keep healing everybody. And yeah, we just play for this. Oh, I should turn my chat off. There's nothing good that ever comes out of that. So, we just stay here now. We keep healing. We can help Nah push. And we just keep these minions baroned up. So you kind of get the gist of how this works. You just get Warmogs, and then since you kind of use your HP to heal allies, you end up kind of... Okay, so I'm going to run. And I can now save him by just continuously healing him. Okay, so that was kind of rough. I stayed with Nah too long and I couldn't get away from the pike hook. I should have actually just used the movement speed to just keep running towards the Nah. That would have probably got me out of pike's hook range anyway, but I tried to sidestep it instead and he managed to predict my sidestep. So that's okay though. So again, we're working towards this Moonstone. It's a shame I can't sell this and buy it, otherwise I probably would be slightly tempted to do so at this point. So what I might actually do... Actually, I can't really do that much of anything. If I can get up, I have ult in 5, 4, 3, 2, one. Okay, no. So me dying actually changes a lot. So that's the last death that I can actually afford to have in this entire game. There we go. We'll use ult there just for a cheeky little assist as well. And that assist actually gets us our moonstone. So we are actually just going to back quickly and get it because it's such a big buy, and the more heals we do, even better. Actually, I might just go with this due to the fact that... Actually, I think Shurelia's might be better here. Purely for the case of I can use it to help get people away from the... Tryndamere. I can use a movement speed. It's also very good because when I do keep giving these heals, I'll keep giving movement speed also. And on top of that, I do have this WARMOG, so my heals, as long as I stay in a good kind of range, are kind of infinite. So as you can see here, I can just keep healing him up. He's going to have a massive amount of movement speed. He's also going to run away from me with said massive amount of movement speed. But yeah. So, again, our WARMOGS is about to proc. And we do actually have Shurelia's, so we can maybe look to help. This Fiddlesticks actually knows his leash points too, which is actually really impressive. That's quite an awkward spot on Fiddlesticks to actually land the double heal. It takes a little bit of practice, but he did it, so that's nice. So... what we're going to do here is we're going to continue to just have pressure. Try and get Qs off if we can. If we don't, we really don't have to care. Because we just keep healing to full anyway. So Tryndamere is forcing bot. So what we need to do is force mid harder. So I'll use this early. Okay, so when we do end up in these situations with champions like Trynd, who are kind of just looking to kind of split push all game, one of the things you can do is you can literally just look to push the lane or force a fight. We're in a position there we're 5v4, so we could just force that fight, and now we can go and actually get this Baron. So we're going to put some walls around this location. Now we are also level 13 now, so we can actually get a wardstone. Now we don't actually have a control ward in the pit. They haven't really had a chance to come to it, but I'm going to put that there. But I think we do actually just win the game off that, maybe. Or lose, even. So I'm going to use this just to get a little bit more speed to get to them. So unfortunately I couldn't get to him. Okay, so now I've given him more than enough HP. We are getting run down very heavily. I do die here. Yeah, so I do die there, unfortunately. The team just wanted to keep pushing, which was really, really bad, since we just wanted to go and get Baron. But now what we're going to do is we're actually just going to build Wardstone, because it's going to increase our bonus HP as well, which we built quite a lot of HP, and it's also going to amplify the AP that we get this from this, and it's also our Wardstone, or our ward slot, should I say. So it's very, very good, and then we can make a decision about what item we actually want to go now. But to be completely honest, I think this maybe is the best play I can make. I think that's very, very big, and it's going to stop the Jinx and the Trynd. So I actually think that might be the play. But we're going to go out for a little bit longer, even though we do have this gold. And we could have got this. We're going to just look to maybe get some gold from this wave, which is kind of difficult as Soraka, but we're going to just squeeze anything we can out of it. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to go back and we're going to get this. Again, like I said at the start, it doesn't necessarily have to be AP Soraka. It can basically turn into tank Soraka as well. Now, we did get 13 and we could have got a Wardstone there, but I honestly think this is going to be very, very good, especially when we upgrade it to Frozen Heart in dealing with the Tryndamere, which is a big problem for us right now. They are stacking clouds, which clouds for us are really good because it means that my ult's on a much lower cooldown. Okay. Okay, so he kills me here, but he had to put so much on actually killing me that the rest of his team probably just dies here for it. Yeah, so the rest of his team actually just die here. So that's actually completely fine for us, and you know, I will take that. Now, if I can upgrade this into a ward box, then watchful ward zone, should I say, that's going to be very, very good. Or if I get enough gold to just straight up get this. So if I back on 1500, I'll pick this up. If I back on 1100, then I'll just get ward stone. But I do think since they just jumped on me entirely there and just kind of looked to jump on me only, I do actually think they maybe lose the game off that. So, you know, this has been WARMOGS SORAKA. As you can see, it's so oppressive and it's so unbelievably strong, but nobody seems to be doing it right now. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed. This has been Coach Kaibet in Platinum Elo, and I'll speak to you again soon. Goodbye.
And remember, this guide comes from our website, SkillCapped.com, where we have over 500 Smurf commentaries by the top players and coaches teaching you exactly how to escape the rank that you're stuck in. Not only that, but we release 14 brand new Smurf commentaries with cutting-edge builds and meta champions every single week. And if that wasn't enough, we have a site-exclusive feature where you can ask the Challenger expert any question you want, anything you're struggling with or confused about, and are guaranteed a response by them. All of this can be unlocked for as little as $5 a month and is backed by our rank improvement guarantee. That means a full refund if you don't improve. That's not all, you also get the most comprehensive League of Legends training on the internet with over 900 videos and 150 courses teaching you exactly what you need to know to improve. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description below, head to SkillCapped.com and join the hundreds of thousands of satisfied SkillCapped members and get that rank you've always wanted.